Lots of things have changed since I last really was doing videos. One thing is this garden has developed, and you guys have seen very little of it. I want to share more about the garden, but when you fall out of routine sharing on camera, being a content creator, sometimes it's hard to jump back in. We might actually get some rain tonight. One thing you may notice right away is that I'm wearing a different hat. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on the Daddykirbs brand, but it is something different in my life, and I'm going to share that with you. Back in April of 2024, April Fool's Day nonetheless, I was let go of my job that I had for 23 years. I was a graphic designer for a company in San Antonio, and corporate decided that my time was up. So what does that mean for me? Well, I was a little depressed at first that I had lost this job because it felt like it was so secure. 23 years is a long time, but things happen and people move on. What I decided to do was to try to build a business. The business is called Timeless Gardens of Texas, and my goal was to create gardens kind of like this for other people. This one is clearly not 100% finished, but it's starting to look pretty good. The goal of the business was to create kitchen gardens where I could help people build infrastructure so they could grow their own food in their own backyards. The rain is starting to come down. I may get rained out on this one. So on this channel, the Daddykirbs Farm, I would like to continue sharing the Daddykirbs Farm to include the garden. Things like pumpkins and how we use them for our health and for the animals on the farm. Continue to talk about the horses and other animals. My beautiful compost piles. This is something I'm actually pretty passionate about. I love making compost on this larger scale. Not industry scale, of course, but slightly larger than what most people will do in their own backyards. We can talk about how the horses have destroyed a portion of our property. The price you have to pay, I guess, to have the big animals. Actually, I wouldn't have to pay that price if I had enough area for them to roam instead of staying too concentrated on just a couple of small acres. I'm still a beekeeper, so we can talk about bees. I'm definitely getting rained out here. We can talk about the barn that I built starting in 2020. Lots of people were excited about that, and I barely created any content about the barn at all. I also have this new character on the farm, which is my 1972 Chevrolet C10. She's a beauty. We can talk about the Texas rain and how we barely have had any this summer at all. This year, 2025, started out really wet, and I thought we were going to have an amazing year. And we did early on, but in June sometime, I think it was maybe late June, the rain just shut off like a switch, and that was it. Everything dried up and got crispy, and now we're getting just a little bit of relief. Earlier this spring, this area flooded multiple times, completely underwater. Looked like a lake up here. So you have heard me say everyone has a story and every story counts. I still believe that, but I kind of lost track of my story. I lost the vision and the why and the purpose of my story. But I would like to kind of get back to just, like the old days. Me and you and a camera, enjoying the farm, discussing projects, and just sharing life together. There were some moments where I thought I was going to quit YouTube because things got hard, a lot of things in a lot of different ways. As life presented some challenges, I just kind of lost track of why I was doing this, how I was going to do it, continue to keep doing it. But as I try to grow this new business locally, building gardens for people, I would also like to continue building this channel so that you and I can just hang out here and enjoy the community that's created in a space like this. What do you think? Is the rain going to last long? So in the comments below, share with me what you think of the videos I've shared in the past, the videos that you hope that I share in the future, and tell me a little bit what's been going on in your life over the past year or so. Thanks for giving me the grace to take a break. I'll talk to you soon.